Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Mary and I give you guys an extra warm welcome. I would love it if you grabbed a snack, stayed for a while and click the subscribe button. I would love to have you. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate you more than you know. So as you can tell by the title of the video, we are going to be doing a quickie eye look type of style video for today. Makeup Geek just announced that they are sadly closing their doors, so it's going to be a little bit of an homage to the brand. I am going to talk a little bit about Marlena, the brand itself, some of the products I have tried, and whether I think you should take advantage of the 40% off sale that they are having so they can get pretty much rid of all of their stock. So let me go ahead and bring you on in closer and we can get this video started. Okay, let's get started. If you hear my child, that's because she does not know how to not be so loud. I do have a drink here. This was a frozen margarita, so as you can tell, I've been kind of babysitting this just a tiny bit. But grab a coffee, a tea, a drink. I guess just depends what time of the day it is. All right, so I'm just going to prime my eyes while I talk real quick about Makeup Geek and what I know about the brand. I found out about Makeup Geek through Jaclyn Hill. As you all know, she definitely helped bring Makeup Geek into the light when she started talking about the single shadows that Makeup Geek offered. In case you didn't know, Marlena Stell is the owner of Makeup Geek. She was actually a YouTuber here. She started back, I think, in like 2009. And I don't think YouTube actually existed or started to exist until 2006. So she was one of the very first makeup YouTubers. You know, she's an OG. Like, she's a straight up OG. Some of you think Manny MUA, Laura Lee, they're not the true OGs. Marlena Stell is one of the true OGs. There's a couple of other ones that I'm not familiar with, but Marlena Stell, I am familiar with her. And like I mentioned, it's because of Jaclyn Hill. I discovered Jaclyn Hill, I want to say right when that whole lipstick fiasco happened. I think it was in May, maybe in June, around my birthday. So she was absent from social media at the time. But I discovered her YouTube channel because I was getting back into makeup and I loved her. I loved her character. I loved her bubbly personality. I, of course, think she's absolutely gorgeous. I just loved everything about her and what I was seeing in her channel. So I binge watched like almost every single episode in her channel. Crazy, right? Well, that's how I found out about Makeup Geek. Okay, so that was what? Back in 2019, I think, because in 2020 was when Makeup Geek announced their rebrand, and that's when I purchased a ton of single shadows from the older formula. The whole fiasco and drama with YouTubers, you know, influencers and all that had already happened. I do think that Makeup Geek got hit pretty hard because of that. And I think they did the rebrand to kind of wash themselves off of that drama. So that is when I purchased most of the single shadows that I own from Makeup Geek. And here they are. As you could tell, it is a lot of neutral tones, you know, that I can create a simple eye look with. And then I did dip into a couple of colors, some like burgundies right here, a couple of greens, and then just these little nonchalant shades right here. I have tried lashes from Makeup Geek. I have tried lip products. And I did purchase some individual blushes and this bronzer, which is way too dark for me. So why don't we get started on this eye look? And yeah. Right, I'm going to jump into Peach Smoothie. Who recalls influencers showing you the small little single shadows? So nostalgic doing that. This is in Morphe and Ariel A11, and I'm just going to run this in my crease real quick. So like I said, I purchased all of these shadows during the rebrand back in 2020. Everything was on sale. I got them for super cheap and I do not regret it because I have actually used these single shadows quite a bit. They have definitely come in handy. I did my makeup with these shadows for the twins' baby shower. I did try out the new formula and honestly, it doesn't feel like it changed too much. I do feel like the price point went up because you get less product, I think for the same price than the round pans. Even though the square pans look like they might possibly have more product, they didn't. They have less. So I think the prices were jacked up a tiny bit for the rebrand. Now I am jumping into Cherry Cola. This is a Sigma Soft Blend 10. All right, so a lot of you are probably wondering why I think the brand is closing their doors. I think Makeup Geek became popular or known in the beauty community because influencers were talking about them, right? Okay, and then after that whole drama happened about, you know, Makeup Geek not being able to afford giving influencers products anymore because they were just charging outrageous rates, at least from what I recall. And I feel like that kind of left a sour taste in a lot of people as far as influencers and Makeup Geek. So I definitely feel they felt that. And then I feel like they did not evolve with the makeup products and they kind of stuck in their old ways. What do I mean? What I mean is that when you think of Makeup Geek, you think of single eyeshadows, right? Well, that was the hot item back in what, 2010 until 2013, 14, 15. They kept that concept. They kept the whole single shadow concept and didn't evolve as a makeup company. And I feel like that definitely hurt them a tiny bit. Even though, you know, their quality is amazing and I love these single shadows, there's not too many people out there that purchase single shadows right now if you really think about it. All right, next shade I'm jumping into is Ritzy, and it's like a pretty satin shimmer type of green. Hopefully this brush picks it up. It is a Sigma E25. All right, so I just feel like Makeup Geek didn't change things up enough to keep up with the makeup world and the makeup releases. What was the last thing they released? I think the last thing they released was like that serum style primer thing. I feel like they could have done a couple of things better than they did, and unfortunately, once COVID hit, that just made matters worse and just kind of a recipe for disaster. So as sad as I am to see Makeup Geek go, I'm not shocked. And that's in a very, very sad way because, man, COVID just fucked it up for so many small companies. Like so many small stores closed here where I live, and it's just so sad to see it. So sad. I totally did not think this was going to take a grungy turn, but I'm not mad at it. All right, now I'm going into Aphrodite. I did see a couple of videos of, you know, influencers, YouTubers that are very, very sad to see the company go. Angelica Nyqvist was one of them. Who else? Oh, Angela Bright. I love her. I can totally relate. I definitely am super sad because even though I didn't dip into my toes into this brand until the rebrand, technically, I'm still very glad that I did because everything that I have purchased from the brand, I absolutely love. And like I said, I used these single shadows for the makeup I did for my baby shower with the twins. So I will forever think of Makeup Geek when I think of the twins' baby shower because I love the way my makeup came out. I'll put a picture right here. Yeah, it looks beautiful, right? I didn't even tell you what brush. This is in E42 and I'm using this shade to kind of get this outer corner a little bit darker and more depth in there. All right, guys, I thought I was recording, but I was not. I'm going to dip into Shimma Shimma, which is a satin type of shimmery pearlescent shade. And I'm barely dipping into it. This is what I'm putting in the inner corner. So would I advise for you guys to take advantage of this 40% off sale, even though Makeup Geek is no longer going to be around, you know? I think that if you have the funds and you can get makeup for 40% off, hell to the yes. The shadows are good quality, you know, and I don't think you'll be disappointed with anything you pick up from the brand. So I would definitely say that you should really take advantage of this sale. You know, just help her close out with a bang. It's already really sad seeing them close their doors. So any way possible that we can make this, you know, a tiny bit just a more cheerful experience for them. Like, imagine if they get bought out before the closing official date. That would just be amazing, right? All right, now I'm jumping in to Jester, which is like a metallic type of foil. And I'm lightly dipping into this. I'm going to pat this right in that inner corner and blend it with the rest of the eye. Like I said, guys, these shadows are performing beautifully. I was not disappointed when I bought all of these shadows. All right, let me finish up and I will be back. Okay, guys, and this is what the final look looks like. I did have to turn on my lights. My natural light is pretty much gone, so I couldn't see anything, but here is the final eye look. Let me go ahead and tell you what other Makeup Geek products I have on my face. For the lashes, I went ahead and turned these Elegant Full False Lashes. What is the style? I don't even know what the style of these lashes are, but these are super old. I bought these quite a while ago and I bought them at Target. Was it at Target? I think it was at Target. I went ahead and turned these full lashes into like a 2/3 lash type of deal, and I think I prefer them this way. They were a little too much as a full strip lash, so there's that. I do have that other style that I mentioned. This is an Isabella, and I do love these lashes. They are so pretty. I do feel like Makeup Geek had some really good lashes for sure. Okay, for the eye look, I went ahead and went into Shimma Shimma to put in the inner corner, and I also used it as highlight a tiny bit because I don't have a highlighter from Makeup Geek. And then I did go in to this shade right here, which even though it looks like it's white in the pan, it's called Prism. It's like a duochrome type of shade. It looks like a peachy, pinky type of, you can't really tell, but I have it in the brow bone. It's a beautiful, beautiful shade. I absolutely love it. There it is. Can you tell? Okay, and for the lips, I don't have a lip liner from Makeup Geek, so I went in with Dulce from Alamar Cosmetics, but I did go in to this, they called the Cream Stain. I don't know if they still have this formula, but I love it. It's super light. Like, even though it dries down, it's not super dry on my lips. This is in the shade Quick Step. I actually purchased this at Target. Makeup Geek was available at Target there for a minute, and my local Target did have Makeup Geek. I did purchase, like I said, that lip, and I think the Isabella lashes from Target. I don't see the brand at my local Target anymore. It's been a while since I have seen it at Target, but it was sold there for a minute. Okay, for the liner, which I tight lined and I did my waterline, I have this navy eyeliner, and it's one of the little roll-up pencils. It's not like a kohl liner, but I hear great things about the kohl liners that Makeup Geek has to offer. And for the blush, I did go in to the single blushes that I have here. This one, which is like the mauvey pink, and you can tell it has a tiny bit of sheen to it. This one's in Heartthrob, and like the true rosy pink. This one here is in Spellbound. Both are absolutely beautiful and they look great together. So I just went ahead and used both of them. Okay, but I think that is all of the Makeup Geek items that I used. All right, guys, the plan was to make this video a quickie eye look style video, but it's gonna be a tiny bit longer than my 6 to 7 minute quickie eye look videos. There was just so much to say, honestly. We have Marlena and Makeup Geek to thank, because if they weren't the first makeup company, I think they were one of the first makeup companies to start sending PR to makeup YouTubers. Therefore, in a way, I feel that had a lot to do with making the career of an influencer possible. Marlena and Makeup Geek are one of the reasons why a lot of makeup influencers get PR now these days, why they get paid, why they have sponsors. They essentially help create the job title influencer. So I just felt like I needed to pay an homage to Marlena, Stella, and Makeup Geek and thank them for making this possible, and you know, basically laughing in those people's faces that didn't think people could make this a career. And now look at where makeup influencers in the makeup world is at. Marlena, I am super sad to see you close the doors at the end of April for Makeup Geek, but I'm also very excited to see what else you have in your bags. It's a new endeavor that Marlena is going into with her little family, her husband and her daughter. So even though it's a chapter being closed, another one is being opened for her. So it's a bittersweet type of situation. Yeah, I just felt like I needed to make this video. I felt like I needed to pay an homage to Marlena, Stella, and Makeup Geek and just give them a thanks. All right, guys, well, I hope you enjoyed the eye look that I created with my Makeup Geek single shadows and all of the other goodies that I do have in my collection. I have not had a chance to go check out the website, but I definitely am going to go check it out and see what's left. Okay, well, with that being said, I would love it if you gave this video a big thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it, and you would definitely help me out in the algorithm of hopefully bringing some new and fresh eyes to my channel. And if you haven't done so already, I would love it if you joined my small YouTube family by clicking the subscribe button. I would love to have you. All right, guys, I will see you on the next video. Bye.